Hello everyone, it is Prime Brix back for another Transformers video, and today I'm going to be talking about the Netflix Siege War for Cybertron series that is about to come out on July 30th. It was recently announced. So anyway, without further ado, let's just get right on into the video. I am going to be breaking down what we know about the story so far and what my theory is on the story. Basically, I'm just piecing together like certain key aspects that I've noticed throughout the two trailers that we have received. We received one trailer at Toy Fair, and then recently just another one on like Instagram, like Facebook, like basically got it on like social media and stuff. So anyway, I'm just going to be breaking that down in this video. I hope you guys enjoy. If you do enjoy the video, be sure to give me a like, and be sure to comment on your own opinions and all that stuff down inside of the comments and description and all that stuff. So anyway, let's just get right on into the video. So, as you can tell by the exact title of the series, this is the War for Cybertron trilogy. Now, this first part of the series is supposed to talk about the War for Cybertron, which is the part of the story where it takes place on Cybertron, and the Autobots and Decepticons are in the middle of the war, and we're just about to approach the end of the war, where the Autobots are backed into a corner, and the Decepticons are on the verge of victory. Now, the first thing that we know about the story of when this takes place is that the Autobots are starting to sort of give up, or at least some of them are on the verge of giving up at this point. I mean, like, Bumblebee was in the trailer, and he was like, you're fighting to win, and that's going to get you all killed, and then Ultra Magnus was talking to Prime about how he's like, oh, we need to give up, because we need to start focusing on surviving as a race, not trying to win a war. And obviously, also Megatron noted about how the Autobots, he wants to wipe out the Autobot resistance, which probably means that they've backed them into a corner, and they're basically ready to take them out once and for all. Now, the rest of the story, at least so far, is a little bit blurred. We don't really know all that much else that happens, like, in between that and Earthrise, I guess. But we did get a leak inside of one of the Walmart exclusive Netflix toy, inside one of the boxes for the toys. It was the Ultra Magnus mystery box. I'm sure a lot of you are familiar with it. Inside the box, now just FYI, just spoiler warning for for those who don't want to know what the spoiler is inside the box. But basically, the spoiler isn't the figure itself, but it's written in Cybertronian inside the box. If you open up the box, and inside, there will be a translation that states that Ultra Magnus is surrendering himself to the Decepticons. Now, clearly, there is also a scene inside the trailer where Ultra Magnus is in his cloak. A lot of you would know the scene when you see it. It's the one where Ultra Magnus is kind of walking in the darkness, and he's wearing a cloak, and it looks like he's kind of walking up to the Decepticons, and there's the Decepticon high command at their big old table. I think that's Ultra Magnus walking up to the Decepticons, basically saying, like, I'm surrendering to you, I'm tired of this war, I just want to end this now. And obviously Megatron at that point would probably be like, yes, this is the clarification I needed to know that, yes, they are backed into a corner, I'm on the verge of victory. Now, I will be breaking this part down a lot more inside of another video of mine that will be coming out soon, but I also noticed a Netflix figure known as Scrap Face, where he's kind of like this repaint of Refractor. I'll break his character down a little bit more, but I have a theory about what that's all about. Now, inside of the series, they mention, or inside one of the trailers, Optimus Prime mentions that if Megatron gets his hands on the Allspark, then, it will mean the end of everything. Now, what I think Optimus is mentioning here is, so in the trailer, there's a moment, inside the new trailer, in the most recent trailer, you can notice that there's a scene when Optimus is kind of driving through, and it shows Zombicons. It shows Cybertronians being raised from the dead. Now, what I think this is, I think what happens is Megatron gets his hands on the Allspark, like he does gets his hand on the Allspark, and then he finally and then he uses the Allspark to basically revive the dead and have an army of Zombicons, or Terracons, to take over the entire planet at that point. So, Obviously, the character Scrapface, that repainted figure of the refractor mold, I believe that is the zombie form of one of the fallen refractor drones that has fallen in during a fight, and so that's why it looks the way that it does as the Netflix repaint. Now, the only other details that we really can pick out from the trailer, or at least that I could try to pick up from the trailer, is that obviously there's something going on between Optimus Prime and Elita 1, that's quite obvious. But also, I'm not quite sure how they're going to incorporate the weaponizer gimmick, and it's also unclear about if any characters are going to die, or if anyone's going to, move on to the next series. Like, it's very unclear. But we do have a list, though, of all the characters that will be appearing in the series, thanks to this voice list, which was generously provided by TF Wiki. So, as you can see, list off the characters that we have. Let's start with the Autobots. So, starting off the list, we have Optimus Prime, who is voiced by Jake Fauci. Sorry if I'm pronouncing these names wrong, but if you're not familiar with him, he's the guy who voiced Optimus Prime inside of the Transformers Cyberverse series. And then we have Elita 1, who is voiced by Lindsay Rossetto. I think that's how you pronounced it. And then next on the list, we have Bumblebee, who is being voiced by Joe Zieta. I hope I am pronouncing these right. And then we also have Ratchet, who is voiced by Raphael Goldstein. And then we finally have... And then there's Red Alert, voiced by Todd Haberkorn. I think that's how you pronounce it. And then moving on to the rest of the cast, we have... Next we have Ultra Magnus by Edward Bosco, Wheeljack by Bill Rogers, RC by Sophia Isabella, Ironhide by Crazer Johnson, Cliffjumper by Miles Luna, and then we have Sideswipe by Mark Whitten, and then Chromia, Hound, and Cog are unknown. Moving on to our list of the Decepticon voices, we have Jason Marcona as Megatron. If you don't know him, he's the one who voiced Megatron in the Prime Wars trilogy. Next we have Starscream by Frank Totoro, Shockwave by Todd Haberkorn. And then we have Soundwave by Edward Bosco, Skywarp by Mark Whitten, Jetfire, Keith Silverstein, Impactor, Brooke Chalmers, Mirage, Sean Hawkins, and then Barricade, Thundercracker, Skytread, and Refractor are all unknown as well. Now, another voice that I also noticed in the cast is that Miles Luna, the same guy who plays Cliffjumper, will also be playing Teletran 1. Now, I'm not sure how big of a role Teletran 1 is supposed to play, but I'm sure us as Transformers fans will still enjoy seeing the big supercomputer. Now, he must have an important role of some kind, because Hasbro did include a cardboard cutout of Teletran 1 inside each of the Netflix boxes. Either that, or Hasbro's just doing it just to get people to buy more of the figures and they can make more money. So anyway, that is basically it, or at least basically it for everything that I know about the upcoming Siege Netflix series. If you know of any other information that I may have missed, please leave it down inside of the comments below. But yes, if you did enjoy this video, and I will have some more coming inside of the near future, be sure to leave a like, comment, share, and be sure to share the video, or be sure to subscribe to the channel for more videos. And yeah, thank y'all for watching. This has been Prime Brix, and I'll catch you guys next time.